In today's video, how to set up your own successful meal plan.
All by myself.
Hey guys, what's going on? Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com, and today we're going to go do a step-by-step process on how you can create your own meal plan, implement it for whatever goals you want. The question came from my Instagram direct message, so for those of you that want to send me questions, here's my Instagram. Send me your questions in my direct message. I tend to screenshot them and save them for when I have time to answer each question, so I appreciate the great questions. Today's question came in from a young lady asking me how to set up a diet plan, saying she had created a diet plan using a keto approach, and actually her goal was to lose weight and she put on body fat, so I'll post that on the screen for you here to see. And I want to discuss a few things. First thing is, keto's not magic. Second thing is, well, tomorrow Dr. Dominic D'Agostino is going to be in-house for Redefine Healthy Radio. That is my podcast, which I'll link below. Me and Lauren Conlon talk about all things health, fitness, lifestyle, whatever it has to do with fitness. And Dom's going to be over to the house, so that's exciting because, you know, I've known Dom for years and he's someone I look up to in many regards. So yeah, we're going to talk about the specifics of ketogenic dieting with Dom. So for your question, this will probably answer a lot of it tomorrow on the podcast. I'm not going to talk too much about ketogenic dieting. Instead, I want to get into this. How do we set up a meal plan? And this is the approach that I would take with anyone that comes to me. My friends, my family, when they say, hey, what do I need to do? What are the steps that I need to take? And I think it's going to require a little bit of work. So you have to get over that mental hurdle. I think sometimes people just want that one little thing they need to change. Oh, I need to add this supplement. Oh, I need to stop eating by 6 p.m. None of that works without doing the steps that I'm about to tell you. Okay, guys? So here's the first and most important step. Accountability. For 1 week, maybe 5 days, but I like a week. I want you to write down everything you eat. And that sounds like a lot of work, I know, right? But it's a week out of your life. You're gonna live like a million weeks in your life. For 1 week, just track everything you eat. You can download an app, you can write it on a piece of paper, you can send smoke signals. I don't care, just track it for a week and figure out what it is that you're eating, because then, and only then, can we start to really dig into what we need to do to make some changes. Now, having said that, because you're tracking, most of us will tend to be like, well, I'm not going to eat those potato chips because I'm tracking. No, I want you to eat those potato chips. I want you to eat those cheese fries. I want you to have that alcoholic beverage. I want you to do whatever it is that you normally do, because what's this going to do? It's going to give us data. It's going to give us information. It's just numbers. There's no right. There's no wrong. If your calories are high, if your calories are low, if your calories are bang on, it's just data. I'm not judging you. And for this project, I'm not going to be looking. You're going to be looking. So you can judge yourself, all right? Or don't judge yourself. So what do? We track for a week, and let's say you're at like 1,500 calories one day, 3,000 the next, 2,200 one day, 1,100 one day, whatever it is. You're tracking these numbers for a whole week, and we're gonna figure something out. Over the course of the week, has your weight changed? Over the course of the week, has your nutrition changed? And you're gonna start to notice some patterns. And here's the process that I like to take first and foremost. Let's say you have a weight loss goal, okay? And you look at your average calories for the week, and you're taking in 2,500 calories on average across the week with some highs and some lows, okay? Well, maybe we go, all we need to do to adjust to get our weight loss goal is bring our average calories for the week down to 2,200. That's something simple that you can do. You can just look at what you were eating and go, where could I cut and make some improvements? You can either swap out some of the foods for sources that you like that are leaner. So for instance, if you eat a Ben & Jerry's pint of ice cream 2 nights a week and that's your thing and you love it, well, try something different. Try like a Halo Top where the calories are much lower. Try getting like a Edie Slow Churned where you can have some lower calories. If you're getting protein from very high fat protein sources like sausage, yes, sausage, maybe you switch to some lean meats like chicken and steak and fish, right? So these are some of the changes that we want to look to make. But first and foremost, we have to have that week long of information to really know what's going on, to be able to dig in. Now, let's talk about the next step. You know where your calories are at. You were at 2,500. Hey, let's bring them down to 2,200. These are all just guesses, right? So now that you've been at 2,200 for a little while, and you feel like things aren't that great, there's another step that I want to take. We're going to talk about macronutrients, and we're only going to talk about the big three: protein, carbs, and fats. So of those 2,200 calories, now you can dig in and go, okay, well, how much protein, carbs, and fats am I getting? I'm going to give you some very basic, simple rules to follow. I also have a free ebook. This link below. prophysiquefree.com. Put in your email address. We're going to send you a free ebook on flexible dieting that's going to explain a lot of these principles for free. I don't want anything from you guys. I just want to help. Now, what are we going to do when we know about macronutrients? What is the goal here? Well, what I really like to do is start first with protein, and I like to set the protein goal for the day at around a gram per pound of body weight. That can be varied up and down slightly, but within that range, you're going to be pretty safe that you're getting the right amount of protein. We're not going to get too far into specifics beyond that because I want to make this for a general audience, okay? Next, 20 to 25% of your calories are going to come from fat. Protein first. Let's say you're a 150-pound person, right? And you're trying to get down to 130. Let's set your protein at 150 grams per day, all right? So for the whole day, you're going to get 150 grams of protein. Now, the next thing is fats. If you're at 2,200 calories, right, and you're getting 20% of your daily total calories from fats, that's 440 calories. You can check my math. That'd be 20%, 25% would be a little bit more. So now you've got your protein goal, 150 grams. You've got your fat goal at 20 to 25% of your daily calories for the day. Now you're going to look at that and you're going to go, okay, I have some calories left. What do I do with those, Paul? What am I doing with those calories? You guessed it, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are going to make up the next. Now, if you prefer to have a higher fat diet or a higher protein diet, well, hell, maybe you bring your fat up so that it's like the 40-40-20 diet, right? 40% of your daily diet is protein, 40% is carbs, 20% fat. You can play with those numbers and those percentages, but as long as you're keeping your protein in a good place, well, I feel like it's going to benefit lean body mass, muscle protein synthesis, satiety. Protein has a higher thermic effect of food, so it actually requires more energy to break it down. It's harder to store as body fat. There's some benefits. So I like a higher fat, a higher protein approach in general. That's just me. You guys do what makes you feel best. But there's one last step. Now, we've gotten to our calories, right? We're around 2,200. We've gotten our macronutrient goals within a few grams each day. Like, we're doing pretty good. We're getting 130 grams of protein one day, 155 to 160 the next. You know, our carbs are hitting, our fats are hitting. We're finding out the sources of food that work for us that we enjoy. The final step that I want to say, I would like you to eat the exact same meals 3 days in a row. Set yourself up a meal plan. A breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, a snack in between, whatever it is. You set it up so that 3 days in a row, you eat the exact same foods that you enjoy. If you do that, if you do those 3 steps, you're going to have a successful meal plan. Here's why. After those 3 days of eating everything the same, you're going to find out what you like, what you don't like. You're going to find out what works. Digestion's going to be kind of resolved because you're eating the same foods every day. You're going to be consistently hitting the same calories each day, the same macronutrient goals. You're going to find out, you know what? I'm kind of craving some of this. I would like some of that. And you're going to get really good at creating your own meal plan without relying on some internet guru or some coach to send you and tell you what to do. This is how we succeed, okay? This is how we succeed. A little bit of work goes a long way. It's a week or 2 out of your life for the rest of your life to be successful with nutrition. So again, free ebook, prophysiquefree.com. Download it. Listen to Redefine Healthy Radio. Click subscribe, and talk to you guys tomorrow.
All by myself.